Welcome to this rapid revision session looking at the life and times of Bishop Odo of Bayeux. He's shown on the Bayeux tapestry there, wielding a club. Or it could be a club. Some say this is because bishops were not supposed to shed blood in battle, but they could crush a few skulls as a bit of a loophole. Or more likely, it's a mace, a symbol of his authority and his power. He's also probably the bloke who authorised, or rather requested, the production of the Bayeux tapestry. So quite an important fella. But let's have a look at why. It is undoubted that Bishop Odo was very important to King William and to the Normans. However, like a roller coaster, there were times when his significance was up and time when his significance was down. An Odo Coaster, if you like. Right, this is a painful comparison, but I'm going to go along with it anyway. So let's have a look at his career. This graph is supposed to represent his varying importance over the years. He starts in reasonable obscurity, becomes slightly more important, becomes vastly more important, and then it all drops off at the end, like an Odo coaster. So let's get our little Bishop Odo in his roller coaster car and send him on his journey. The first significant event in his life is that Duke William made his half-brother Odo Bishop of Bayeux in around 1050, well before the Norman conquest. It's also pretty important for him that he is the half-brother of the Duke of Normandy. What next? Odo only becomes more significant. Odo organised and paid for a number of ships for the invasion of England in 1066. He knew he would be rewarded for this. He then took part in the Battle of Hastings too. Almost up to the top now. In the immediate years after the Battle of Hastings, Odo was given a lot of land. He became the second richest and most powerful man after King William. He was made Earl of Kent, and in 1067 helped defend Kent against an invasion. He was often made a regent alongside Lanfranc. Lanfranc was the Archbishop of Canterbury, remember. Regents were there to rule like the king on behalf of the king, with many of the king's powers when the king was elsewhere. Now Odo is right at the top. In 1075, Odo led the king's army to stop the revolt of the earls. He also led an army that devastated the north as a punishment for the murder of a Norman bishop. But from here, things tend to take a pretty rapid decline. Firstly, in 1082, Odo ignored William's commands and led an army to Italy when Odo's army was really needed in England. This made William very angry indeed. And then finally, it all goes horribly wrong. In 1088, Odo attempted a rebellion against the new king, William Rufus or William II. This is obviously after the death of William the Conqueror. His plan failed. He had backed the wrong horse and he was kicked out of England and the royal family. He died on his way to Jerusalem on a crusade. Bad luck, Odo. So one way that you might consider the Odo Coaster and remember his gradual rise and then sudden fall is like this. Odo! The Odo Coaster. Some final points then. Bishop Odo was one of William's most important nobles and his half-brother. Odo became the powerful Bishop of Bayeux in 1050. Odo helped to organise the invasion of England and then took part in the Battle of Hastings. He expected to be rewarded for this, and indeed he was. Odo became one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in England. He had land, soldiers, and even became regent, ruling on behalf of the king at times. Odo helped defeat rebellions against William, in particular the 1075 revolt of the earls. But then it started to go wrong. Odo and William eventually fell out, with Odo not following William's orders and not supporting him with his soldiers. Odo fell into some obscurity before his death after supporting the losing side in the succession crisis after the death of William the Conqueror. And that succession crisis will be the subject of our next rapid revision video. But I hope that for now this one has been useful to you. If it has, please drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more of the same. I've got loads more videos on the Anglo-Saxons and Normans to keep you busy. In the meantime though, thanks very much for watching, and if you're desperate for me to do a video on something else, drop it in the comments below and I'll do what I can. But for now, goodbye and thanks for watching.